Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. In this video we're going to do fish pose and some variations of fish. It's a fabulous back bend, but just like with any back bend, it can really make you feel exposed emotionally, physically, and so you want to take it in phases. Really make sure you're breathing, okay, breathing well, and I'm just trying to stay extra mindful as you explore the different phases. Okay, so we'll start on the mat and or scooch back to the mat. And position your legs in such a way that you're ready to be active. Okay, so still looking for the center lines of the ankles, the knees, the hips. As always, I want my joints to be open and yet feeling supported. Okay, so I want my muscles to engage effectively, appropriately, so that the breath can flow with ease. So you could flex, you could point flex, this blend. I like this. It just helps me. I really root across the balls of the feet and really specifically at the root, the ball of the big toe, okay? Because that really helps keep the legs well organized. So this resembles, right? It starts out like staff, okay? Potentially. So this is how I'm going to enter it initially, just to show the phases. Okay, so where you have probably the most feeling of control as you enter. So really drawing energy up, okay, from your feet in toward the midline. The legs are going to be very active, as well as you really want to root across your seat really actively so that you can feel a sense of lift and lightness and length. So I'm going to go ahead and come back onto my forearms, okay, trying to lower down, as simultaneously as possible, and organizing the elbows so they're somewhat almost directly under the shoulders, but then going back to the legs. Okay, so rooting across the back edge of my heel, pressing across the balls of the feet, and drawing energy up. Really, really important. So you can feel, right, this sense of lift, and at no point do I feel any kind of pinching in my low back. The neck, I can feel that it will fatigue if I'm going to be here for much longer. Okay, so I start to consider, how does it feel to let it go back? Now, even though my head is back like this, my legs are really active. I'm rooting across my seat. I'm able to breathe. This feels so good. Okay, you could have your hands kind of supporting or hands around your hips. Okay, but you want to be really powerful and with support, okay, this muscular support, come up. Okay, so phase one. A couple things I didn't talk about while in it. Okay, so as the legs are active, the seat is active, there's a sense of engagement and length and space in your spine. So that'll mean your abs will engage, okay? So your back muscles, your side muscles, and really how it speaks for me is it starts at the balls of the feet, okay, and that energy comes up into the inner thighs, okay, outer thighs, pelvic floor, base of glutes. Okay, so these continuous lines, okay, from the root, okay, for the pelvic floor, base of glutes comes up toward the belly button, and I'm drawing all that energy up from the belly button to between my shoulder blades, from between my shoulder blades to the sternum to the center of the throat, to the base of the skull, to the crown of the head. And that line informs me in every pose. Okay, but very significantly, I'm very, very aware of it here, okay, in fish. So I'm going to show that same position again, and yet start to transition my arms more forward, okay? And then I'll show this coming into it from a more of a reclining supine position, okay? So we're just going to come back again onto the forearms and see if you feel that line, okay, that continuous line, okay? And really actively lifting up so you really feel supported as the head goes back, and then maybe walking the hands, or not, the forearms, more forward until you might land the head. Okay, but I'm not putting a ton of weight. Right now I've got a lot of weight across my seat. My legs are really active. My arms are active, but my torso, okay, so
all the muscles within it, continuing that line. Now, just because it's an easy way to show it from here, you can come into flying fish. Okay, so what's going to be on the ground is my head and my seat. Okay, or seat and head. So I'm going to lift my legs. Okay, maybe readjust my head a little bit. And then add the arms. And maybe they're at exact parallel lines. Maybe not, because I have no idea. I'm trying to sense it, but no big deal. Everything's active though, and I feel all this length, breath. And then releasing. Okay, not required, just a continuation, a potential continuation of the pose. So fish can also, okay, be entered from laying down. Okay, so laying down, just setting this up, and as soon as we lay down, it's easy to forget to engage. Okay, because we lay down, we're ready to relax. Okay, so you want to still be aware and be active of across the feet. Okay, so across the heels, across the balls of the feet, bringing energy up. Think about those center lines, right? So we're just looking for the experience of seamlessness. Okay, the seamless channels for opening, for the breath, for energy, for engagement. Okay, so I typically bring my hands around my thighs, okay, the outer thighs, and start to press up. Okay, so it's a longer pose that you're going to contract in a sense, okay, but without ever losing a sense of length. Okay, so head of the arm bones and the shoulders, thigh bones and the hips, nice open supported channels, and I'm going to start to lift up, landing my head. Okay, could take the flying option or not. Smooth deep breaths. Just love the openness. You could explore this with only the arms or only the legs, you know, coming up, or none of that at all. And that's totally fine. And then when you release, okay, you want to make sure just to check in with your neck, shoulders, with your spine, your hips, knees. Okay, just making sure that you have really done this in a way that serves your body, your mind, your heart in a really positive way. Okay? And then rolling to the side, coming up. Okay? And still just checking in. Okay? Hopefully all back bends should have you feeling really open, never compromising, okay, your alignment. A pinch is a real clue, a huge clue that something is compromised. So do not allow it. Really don't sacrifice any part of your body for some sort of image of a pose you think you're supposed to attain. Okay, heart opener, some sort of back bend. Okay, from here, okay, to laying down. Okay, so fish pose, flying fish. I hope that this was helpful. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.